Matt Firor, a foundational figure in the modern MMORPG landscape, announced his departure from ZeniMax Online Studios after more than 18 years at the helm. His decision to step down comes amid significant upheaval within the Xbox Game Studios ecosystem, including sweeping layoffs and project cancellations. While Matt's tone was optimistic and forward-looking, the timing and circumstance invite a deeper analysis and speculation of what this change means for the future of ZOS, ESO, and the broader games industry. Now, Matt is best known for his decades-long work in the MMO genre, starting with Mythic Entertainment, where he led development on Dark Age of Camelot, a game that remains influential for its realm versus realm PvP systems. He joined ZOS Studios shortly after its founding in 2007 and has since overseen the development and long-term success of The Elder Scrolls Online. Launched in 2014 to mixed reviews, ESO gradually evolved into one of the most stable and content-rich MMORPGs on the market, largely thanks to his commitment to live service support, community engagement, and narrative expansions. Like or love ESO, we gotta give this guy credit when due. So under his leadership, ZOS weathered the tumultuous early years of ESO, transitioning from a subscription-based model to a buy-to-play structure which significantly broadened its appeal. Personally, I myself would not have gotten into ESO if it was a subscription-based model because I just don't like to be paying a certain amount of money every month when I'm not sure when I will actually stop playing the game. Just paying a lump sum and having the game to play anytime I like to is more palatable for players like myself. Now, Matt Firor's announcement comes at a particularly turbulent time for Xbox and its parent company, Microsoft. In early July 2025, Microsoft confirmed widespread layoffs affecting several internal studios, including ZOS, and at the same time, at least one unannounced game at ZOS has been cancelled, signaling potential restructuring and shifting priorities within the division.
Fuck.
Although Matt Firor made no direct connection between his departure and the layoffs, the proximity of these events suggests a possible alignment. It is plausible that his exit is part of a broader organizational transition as Xbox evaluates its studio portfolio post-Activision acquisition. The pressure on Xbox to streamline operations and focus on more commercially viable titles may have influenced Firor's decision, whether voluntarily or as part of internal negotiations. I mean, just taking a look at the console wars currently, it is pretty obvious who is the clear commercial winner between Sony and Xbox. You just have to take a look at which are the better performing exclusive titles on these two platforms, yeah? Now, Matt Firor's successor Joe Berber inherits a studio with a well-established flagship product, but uncertain footing in terms of future projects. Now, Berber has long served in senior production roles alongside Susan Kath and Rich Lambert, representing the studio's core leadership continuity. This trio has been instrumental in shaping ESO's expansions and patches and new chapters. It's up to you to agree or disagree whether they are successful or not, but these guys have been around since day one. The internal promotion signals a desire for stability and minimal disruption to ESO's development. However, with at least one project cancelled and ZeniMax's future pipeline unclear, Berber will need to redefine the studio's direction beyond ESO, especially in an increasingly competitive and unpredictable live service environment. So what is next for ZOS beyond ESO? How sustainable is ESO's long-term success without its founding figure? Well, ESO is currently still profitable and beloved by a dedicated fan base, although I know we have a lot of haters among the midst, right? But if you study the stats, this MMO game currently is doing alright, although the genre itself faces growing pressure from emergent live service games, cross-platform multiplayer titles, and evolving player expectations. I myself have been finding Marvel Rivals to be taking up a lot of my playing time as compared to ESO of the past, so that is a clear example of shifting player trends. ZOS has not launched any major IP since ESO, despite years of speculation about potential new projects. With at least one title now shelved, it remains to be seen whether Xbox will greenlight future MMO scale developments under ZOS or shift its mandate towards supporting other franchises. You know, for years we have been bitching about ZOS increasingly lack of care towards ESO because they probably have their eye and their manpower dedicated to this new IP that they're supposed to be working on. And with this new IP now currently shelved, I really wonder whether they will actually pull resources back to ESO itself, or whether other changes would happen. Who knows, right? Matt Firor's departure reflects a broader pattern in the games industry: consolidation and leadership turnover amid uncertain economics. As Microsoft retools its strategy for Xbox game studios, longtime studio heads and independent creative voices are increasingly stepping down or being pushed aside. In this climate, Matt Firor's exit could be seen as a sign of a shift away from legacy MMO development towards more agile, monetization-driven live service models. For fans of classic MMOs and a story-rich online experience, Matt Firor represented a developer who prioritized world building and longevity over short-term profits. His departure therefore may signal a waning era of MMO leadership defined by genre loyalty and slow, deliberate growth. I think we can really conclude that it is more than just a routine leadership change. It marks the end of a significant chapter in MMO history. His influence shaped one of the most resilient and story-rich MMORPGs in the last decade, and while the studio remains and appears to be in capable hands, the loss of a guiding visionary at a moment of corporate restructuring casts uncertainty over ZOS' future direction. For now, fans of ESO can take some comfort in the continuity of the development team and ongoing plans, but in the long term, all eyes will be on whether ZeniMax Online Studios can evolve beyond ESO, or whether Matt Firor's departure will usher in a new era defined more by corporate caution than creative ambition. Leave your comments below where you think his departure will actually impact the game itself, if any. I see you guys in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.